good. And I've gotten a lot of gigs, and I'm honestly not the greatest drummer. And what I want to do is take a different twist on how to get those gigs and better yourself without having to be the greatest drummer in the world. Because I started way late. I played at 13, got a kit. It was like a Sunlight drum set. It was awful, had the worst sound, and I put it away. And then at 21, I got a Pearl Export and had everything you could imagine, like a 6-inch tom, 8-inch tom, and I was just like, this is too much. And then I just finally gravitated towards my own, and I found my own like niche of my style. And my style was never like, I'm not gonna sit here every day and do every paradiddle diddle and every 5/4 rhythm, whatever it might be. My thing was like, I became more of a songwriter than a drummer. And that's helped me a lot because I've adjusted from experimental bands to country bands to rock bands to indie rock, where it's like I'm playing as a two-piece. So when you come up as a two-piece and you're just electric guitar and that's it and minimal drum set, you got to come up and be creative. You can't do that crazy fill. You got to come up with that nasty rhythm that just people are like, all right, And what the compliment of the one band I've been, we've gotten a lot is as a two-piece, it sounded really full. And I think that comes down to songwriting. So sometimes as drummers, I know a lot of drummers that want to do the coolest thing possible, and they want to go, look at me. And I've watched drummers like twirling sticks, double bass, that's all bad. I'm just like, ugh. And as another drummer, I'm like, it kills me, gets under my skin. I mean, to other people, it might look good, but I'm like, I want to be that consistent. I want to be that Josh Freese that's like everybody's asking to come after. And I think people like that are known because they're consistent, they're reliable, but also on and off stage, I've been in bands where we've toured and the singer's getting drunk and we make an ass out of ourselves. We have a perfectly good opportunity to do something good and just ruin it. And I think the other part of music and drumming is a business, and a lot of musicians will go, no, I don't do it for the money. I'm like, well, I think all of us don't want to be playing in our basement the rest of our lives. We'd like to actually be able to do this for a living. And doing that takes another level. So going off of Tyler, who stole everything I was going to say, which is great. Just to give a quick background, I've been in radio for 10 years. I did marketing and promotion, so thank you, Tyler, for doing all that. And I learned that side of the business. I learned working with promoters, what they want, it's not kissing ass. It's understanding you're dealing with people that are professional and what they want. You want to be buttoned up. You want to show up to a gig knowing what you're doing. And you want to work with a promoter or whoever's doing the backline, all that stuff, and be professional. Because I think when you reach out and you finally get that opportunity and they show that you're serious about it, they go, okay, great, we're going to give you another gig. And then you start going, instead of having playing the same gig every week, every Friday, you go and think bigger things. And that comes with taking that gig, taking it seriously, talking about videotaping. Videotape your sets, but also it's good for you to look back, but say you got that great gig. Now, I think we've all played those really like shitty gigs where it's like, we're gonna put 25 bands on the bill and you all have to bring 50 people. It's like, are you kidding me? So I was like, all right, I'll take this gig. It was at World Cafe, but I was like, I'm gonna get video of it. So on our web presence, it looks great. It's like they played World Cafe, they played this. They don't know it was like this really gig that I wanted to strangle the promoter, whatever. But as far as from a media standpoint, it looks great. They played some really great stages. It looks awesome. There's people there, all that stuff. So there, it's helped me, even though it was just a really crappy gig. We've only been in the band for a year. We've already made a lot of progress, playing that same place over and over and over. Another thing I think a lot of people forget about, and the reason I'm even really here, Ryan has supported the thing I did. It was I created a music program actually not far from here at St. John's. It was just, I was playing on buckets. I felt like going out and playing buckets. Buckets out, got kicked out of a place, and a guy dropped $1 and he's like, I actually want to start a music program. We created it. Started from nothing, from sitting in the corner, asking friends to come out, Craigslist, and then it became this whole thing where I don't have to do anything anymore. Come person has a karaoke, sets up a PA, I have people that just regularly come out and I really have to do nothing. But it just came from an opportunity. But Ryan came out and he supported it before, and I think what you have to do as a musician, as a band, is never forget that people come out to your shows. They might go to Center City, pay for parking, do all this stuff. To me, you're obligated to give back. I know a lot of times we get caught up and we're like, dude, come out to my show, send a Facebook invite. And they do that. They come up to 2 shows, 3 shows, and what do we do to give back? Nothing. But we keep asking. You have to remember those people are helping you get there. So I think securing those relationships is really important, because they'll go and say, Tyler leaves this band, but he goes to this other band. Now, not only they're supporting Tyler because he's a good musician, but he's a good person. And I think a lot of people will gain those relationships with people, and they'll say, I'm going to support him whatever he does because he's a good person and I believe in him. And I've had the opportunity and fortunate ability to do that, even though I'm not that good of a drummer. Surprisingly, I'm just, I guess, a decent person. But a lot of people on here have like your own website, like your own stuff on there. People that don't have it, it's one of the best things you can do, and you can create it for free. I mean, I use a website called Wix, Wix.com, and it's just like, literally you have to know nothing about websites. You just drag your YouTube video, whatever, you put it in there, and it's gotten me gigs. I did a thing called Street Drum Corps. They like have a thing all around the country. It was like at Dorney Park, 5 shows a night. And all these guys had to make a makeshift drum set out of anything you could find, any trash you could do. And they had to do this audition video, all this stuff. And I just had my own website. And they're like, you know, we need a guy, you're in. We're like, okay, that works for me. I don't have to do it. Everybody else is making all this crazy elaborate stuff. But that helped me because they were like, all right, you're obviously professional, you have your stuff, we trust you. So again, not being the greatest drummer, it still helped me because I was professional. So I just wanted to kind of talk on that stuff. I work at a school in North Philly, do a music program. It's awesome working with kids, and I've incorporated drumming from playing on buckets and stuff like that. I don't know. I just wanted to ramble on that side because I think a lot of times we forget about that aspect. We think about so much about like everything we have to do to get better at our chops and left-hand lead and all that stuff, but we forget about the other part that's like, in order to move forward and not play the same crappy gigs all the time for the stuff you're gonna do. So, I mean, if anybody has any questions, they're gonna ask me after, I guess. I don't know. But it was something, I guess, I'm glad that you touched on it too, because I think it's really important.
When's the next event at St. John's Hospice?
I haven't picked the date yet. They usually do it once a month. But anybody wants to talk to me, we're interested, we never know what's going to happen. Some people show up, sometimes it's more karaoke, sometimes we have a huge drum jam and it just goes on. And you know,
It's the residents there, right?
It's the residents. Residents do it, and then sometimes musicians come out. I've wanted to quit it so many times, to be honest, because it's like you do it and then you want people to come out, and they don't come out from the hospice. I don't do it for myself. I do it for the guys that are at the homeless shelter. And then you get like 1 or 2 guys that just won't get off the drum set. You're like, all right, I'll drag my stuff out, but you know, it's like for that one day. So it was a really cool thing that, you know, I created, and I'm glad that it's helped people. But I just wanted to really just touch on the fact that like the other side of music to help all drummers. I mean, coming out here doing this is showing that a lot of people are more serious about it. Just attending something like this, which is awesome that you guys put on. So thank you for doing that first off. But just showing that initiative tells a lot about people in the room. So.
Woo. Yeah.